Hello everybody, Gaming with Mateus here, and today we are playing Q Mod Battle of Game Mod. Guys, this is my first time playing this game, so... I guess I'm a little good at this game. Yes.
Kathleen explained that and left for work right after the drop off of their child.
The investigators also did a quick search of Stephen's financial and phone records.
Gucci Vanilla.
The last actual report we have made is 6:54 a.m. St. Louis, August 16th.
Let's see what we have here. Let me guess that. What's in here? Wow. Okay, let's do this. Okay.
Come up there, no.
Faced with the court's decision,
I ain't been here, but that's about a week and a half.
allow Stephen to spend time with his daughter. But according to friends, that didn't mean she was willing to relinquish.
Let's get that.
What are you doing? What are you feeding her? Wanted that control and would never Kathleen would write a list of you have to do X, Y, and Z and at different times.
Yeah, they kind
But then, in the spring of 2010, friends said that Kathleen's attitude
Oh
had
God.
begun to soften. In fact, planning to move to Florida with her parents, they made Stephen a generous offer so that he could remain close to his daughter.
Part of the agreement was that the Dorsets would help him find a place to
Yes.
live and would help him financially for 6 months.
Friends told the investigators that they had warned Stephen not to agree.
My fear of
Get
going
that.
down there would be that they wouldn't live up to their promises
Stephen's friends worried that Kathleen and her parents might back out on their promises. They never considered the other possibility, that he might not live to collect on them. It was early on the morning of August 18th, less than 48 hours after Stephen disappeared, when the Long Branch, New Jersey police received a 911 call about a car on fire.
Is anybody in the car, detail? No, I don't think so.
But when firefighters extinguished the flames,
Human remains were located in the trunk of the vehicle.
but while the body was too badly burned to allow easy identification, the car wasn't.
The front of the vehicle, as far as fire damage, was pretty much untouched, so that the front license plate was visible.
And when the police ran the plates,
The hit that returned on it, indicating that that vehicle was involved in a missing person investigation.
specifically, the car was registered to Stephen Moore's mother.
He was reported to be operating that vehicle at the time that he went missing.
The investigators immediately contacted Kathleen.
We notified her that we found her ex-mother-in-law's car and that there was the remains of a body in the back of it.
And how did Kathleen take the news?
It didn't seem to faze her.
Kathleen's nonchalant response immediately made the investigators suspicious.
A rational person would probably start putting two and two together. This is gonna be my ex-husband in the trunk. But there was no reaction to that. Did she answer our questions pretty matter-of-factly?
And she more or less repeated what she'd already told the missing persons investigators, that she'd last seen Stephen when he dropped off their daughter 2 days earlier.
She pretty much said that it was the normal drop-off.
She wasn't the only one who said so either. While the investigators were questioning Kathleen, her father walked over from his house across the street and told the investigators that he'd witnessed the drop-off too.
He told us that he was in the kitchen of his residence and he observed Stephen Moore operating his mother, Evelyn Moore's vehicle.
Where Stephen went and how his mother's car had ended up on fire in Long Branch, neither Kathleen nor her father could say. But Kathleen did have one helpful piece of information for the investigators.
I did ask her about dental records, knowing that we needed to identify the human remains, and she identified Stephen's dentist.
The investigators obtained Stephen's records from his dentist, and the next day, August 19th, the medical examiner's office confirmed what they had already suspected.
The body in the back of the car was remains.
Gotta watch
The other
this.
thing the autopsy revealed wasn't entirely a surprise either.
There was trauma to his head and there was some damage to his throat area. He was killed previous to the fire.
And the investigators figured they had a pretty good idea just who had bludgeoned and strangled Stephen before setting his body on fire. On Friday, August 20th, when the investigators spoke to Kathleen at her parents' Ocean Township home and told her that it was definitely Stephen's charred corpse that had been pulled from his mother's car 4 days earlier, the news didn't seem to faze her.
It was like I just had placed a lunch order.
Even if you have a relationship and that marriage goes south and you guys end up in divorce,
Finally.
you still think you have some sort of care, concern for that other person.
Yes.
You have some reaction emotionally. And she didn't.
However, Kathleen was just as willing to cooperate as ever. When the investigators asked permission to search the house and property she and Stephen rented from her parents, she not only agreed, she accompanied them across the street and played the perfect hostess.
She offered us a drink, she offered us food, said that we could use her restroom. She was accommodating.
Meanwhile, in the backyard, the investigators noticed something that aroused their curiosity. A freshly mulched flower bed near Kathleen's driveway.
Typically, if you were going to mulch, you would remove the weeds. But this flower bed area
Guys, let's get
just had
this.
the mulch thrown on top, and you can see weeds just popped out here and there.
That caused some great concern for the detectives because they felt that maybe there was something there.
And when one of the investigators slipped on gloves and
Oh
began
gosh,
rooting
we
around
can't
under
buy
the
Homer.
mulch, his hand came out red.
There was enough blood in there to leave blood on the glove.
And the investigators were pretty sure it was
Man.
Stephen's. especially after they tested the area with luminol and cadaver dogs.
Once the cadaver dog came on scene, there was a positive indication for human blood.
Once the cadaver dog confirmed that it was human blood in the flower bed,
I
the
suck.
investigators brought Kathleen in for a formal interview.
We do attempt to speak to her in regard to the scene that we find.
Let's do this again, I guess.
She decides that she's now going to have an attorney present.
The investigators stopped the interview and let Kathleen go home, but she would still need that attorney. Because on Monday afternoon, August 23rd, the detectives returned to Kathleen's house with an arrest warrant.
When we went to arrest her, both Thomas Dorset and Leslie Dorset were at the residence along with Kathleen's child.
Once again, Kathleen had little reaction to the news. But as the investigators placed his daughter in handcuffs, Thomas Dorset did do something.
He removed his wallet from the rear of his pants pocket and he handed them over to his wife.
From a police standpoint, people do that when they're about to be placed under arrest.
Thomas's reaction puzzled the investigators.
We were not there for Thomas Dorset. We were only there for Kathleen.
But even if they placed Kathleen in the back of the patrol car, the investigators couldn't help but wonder, why would Kathleen's father expect to be arrested? Coming up, the investigators find stunning evidence against Kathleen's father.
The surveillance video depicts Thomas Dorset driving Evelyn Moore's car.
But will they be able to make an arrest?
He was unconscious with a white hose coming out of his mouth.
Crispy, tasty, and oh so good. Lay's one taste of what you love.
The legal inventor of the Reuben sandwich may be debatable, but its great taste is not. At Subway, this authentic classic is stacked with lean corned beef, Bavarian-style sauerkraut, Swiss cheese, and Thousand Island dressing on new freshly baked rye bread. Only at Subway.
Introducing 4-ounce individually wrapped Velveeta mini blocks. The easiest way to make this and this and this. With perfectly portioned Velveeta mini blocks, you got endless melty gold.
Uh-oh. Should have put that phone on silent. Luckily, Jay used Triton to help clean and protect his teeth, so he can hide his guilt with a convincing grin. That's it, Jay. They'll never know. Triton, cherish your teeth.
Ghirardelli Squares Peppermint Bark. A rich chocolate and festive peppermint tradition that only comes once a year.
Finally. I suck.
Unlock them before they disappear.
Chicago, Miami, Seattle. Look at the smiley people in Seattle. Why are all the Lyft drivers so happy?
Maybe it's because Lyft lets the passengers tip them in the app.
It's gross. I heard Lyft paid out $100 million in tips to their drivers. Well, that's just stupid.
Why would you do that?
They use the extra money to buy gifts for their family.
Our craftsmen begin each day perfectly seasoning our Hillshire Farm smoked sausage. So by simply adding the right ingredients, you can end each day crafting